What's up, honey hive? We are back with another Align with the Moon video in our Align with the Moon series. Today is a really special video. It is the first new moon during the eclipse season, and it's the second new moon in the month of April, making it a black moon. On April 30th, we will be having a new moon or a black moon in Taurus with a solar eclipse as well. April has been filled with so many amazing transits and rare transits that we haven't seen in centuries. And for me personally, this is, since I've been studying astrology, this one seems like the most special one that I've experienced yet, because I had never known what the black moon was or how a eclipse can impact a new moon. So usually we know that new moons are for manifesting, not this one particularly, because again it is during an eclipse, and solar eclipse are about rapid changes in aligning us back with our path and snapping us back into reality. So it might not be the best time to manifest, because some of us have been manifesting things that are outside of our path and our truth. So it's more like a getting your shit together new moon, and just expecting the unexpected and embracing all changes that come with these new cycles, because all changes that are happening right now are necessary and they are divine. And you can just assume that if something ends or changes right now, that means that it wasn't truly for you. Okay, so I want to talk about some of the themes. I'm going to put them on the screen so you all can see them clearly. The biggest theme that is happening right now is building solid foundations and releasing weak links. Again, rapid changes and shifts, snapping back into reality and alignment, changes in value. And that changes in value can be like what you see value in, the relationships and the things that you hold close to you with value, and things that you value in the future for yourself. All of those themes can end up changing right now, or shifting. You'll also be experiencing power shifts, Uranus and Mars synastry that I'll be talking to you about later, feeding your body and all five of your senses. We will be experiencing a Pisces stellium. We are already technically in a Pisces stellium, but a couple more planets will be entering Pisces during this new moon. Also questioning or reevaluating self-worth, avoiding hasty decisions and buyer's remorse. And again, one of those Pisces placements or planets will be in Venus, so it'll be a theme of fantasy versus faded. So I said a lot, and I hope I didn't scare y'all, but again, everything that's changing right now is better for you. It's just bringing you into alignment with the person that you dream of being, the one that you're born to be, that you're supposed to be. And as I said, it's a theme of fantasy versus faded. And so I don't want everybody to feel like, oh, that's BS. I know what's best for me. I'm exercising my free will, and that's cool. It is what it is. But if you have been holding on to people and relationships, habits and hobbies or mindsets that are not serving you, or that you know are probably not the best for you, but you just keep them close to you out of comfort or out of fear, then a lot of those things will be changing. And people, things, and places that are more aligned with who you are and who you are wanting to become will be aligning along your path or being placed strategically or divinely for you now. So just to take some of that pressure off you, because you don't have to know it all. And again, with the fantasy versus faded, because Pisces will because Pisces rules like the subconscious and dreams, and it'll be in the sign, and it'll be in the planet of Venus. But you also have Uranus and Mars that have a lot of synastry with this new moon in Taurus. So Uranus is the planet of rebellion, of unexpected changes, of innovation, of upheaval, in reinvention. So that, again, that's significant to this solar eclipse, and it just kind of strengthens the power of the eclipse and all these changes and shifts that we'll be experiencing for like the next year or so. Nothing to be afraid of, just expect the unexpected, like I said, and embrace things with an open heart. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you, and that's the mindset that you should be taking on from now on. So Taurus is a sign of self. Not only are we going to be pushed to be reevaluating our self-worth, but we'll also be indulging in self-pleasures, in experiencing all five senses. So I think a good way to benefit from this new moon in Taurus would be to feed your body and all five of your senses. Do something that really stimulates all five of them. While you are going through your like manifesting ritual, your new moon rituals, do something that stimulates all five of your senses. Also, with this Taurus and this Taurus new moon in eclipse plus the Mars synastry, Mars is about action, aggression, passion. Again, we'll be being pushed to really work hard to see results, to achieve the dreams that we want for ourselves and the goals that we want for ourselves. If you want something, then you have to work for it. And one other thing that I really want to point out too, that you might want to note, with Taurus being a materialistic sign, a earth sign that rules the material world, but having such strong placements in like Pisces, one of the most mature signs, one of the most intuitive signs, and there being a solar eclipse, please avoid by making any rash decisions, especially with money and buyer's remorse. And for as long as you can, really think and plan out your purchases, especially big purchases. And make sure that you have a plan or some type of purpose with everything that you're doing and buying, especially at least for the rest of Taurus season 2022, but definitely for the rest of this year as well. Now I'm going to get into these journal themes because I am running out of time. Our first journal prompt is, when I take a step back to analyze each of my intimate relationships, which ones do I truly feel are fated? What does that mean for the rest? Y'all know I love to make journal prompts that are close to the things that we'll be experiencing, because I want y'all to really think about these stuff, and not just like hear me say the things and like watch content on them and then not really apply it. So I do want you all to take a step back again and figure out what friends or intimate relationships feel like they were meant to be. Like when you come around this person, you just knew that y'all were meant to be in each other's life. You could teach this person some things, or they were like handpicked for you and placed into your life to teach you some things, to help you grow. And which ones don't really do that? And if they don't do that, what does that mean? Is that okay? Or should these relationships still be like intact after you do this reflective journaling practice? Journal prompt number 2. What curveballs can life throw at me that I am low-key expecting / ready for? Which or what am I not ready for? So again, I know when y'all was listening to the themes, all you heard was change, shifts, change, and that's going to happen for majority of people. even in small slight changes that will probably end up, you know, showing bigger impacts and effects later on, there are going to be changes. So I want you to think about which ones are you kind of ready for, or that you kind of want to happen, and which ones are you not. And if those were to be the ones that which the curveballs that you're not ready for, if those are the ones that life throws at you, how do you think you're going to handle that? Okay. Journal prompt number 3. For every sense I have, aka the 5 senses, what is my body soul craving? Because I was careful when I thought about that question, because we all know Taurus is like the hungry sign and they eat a lot. And I know most people are probably going to have like their favorite meal during this new moon, but also I want you to think about all the other senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. How can you stimulate your body in the best way possible during this new moon? During your manifesting ritual, your new moon ritual, do 5 things for each sense that you want to feel for the next year. Let's say that. For some of y'all might want to get charge your sex toys. Y'all didn't hear that from me. Okay, journal prompt number 4. How have I been living true to myself and in alignment with my path? And in what ways or with who have I strayed? Y'all know I was going to have to do that and ask you these questions. Again, it's Taurus is a Venus sign, and Venus rules relationships. Taurus is a relationship with yourself. Definitely, but also your outside relationships, your intimate relationships mean something to you. So I want you to think about that. Which relationships are what relationships, to material things, to money, definitely, to people, to food, or like little small pleasures, have you been living true to yourself and your path with? And which ones have you like used as escapism? I want you to think about that too, because Neptune is the 12th house, and Pisces and Neptune represent escapism. So I want you to reflect on what things have you been using as escapism and that are not true to yourself, because right now it's time to let all that go. This next year and a half, this year or a year and a half or so, is going to be about action, getting shit done. So all these like not necessarily toxic habits, but you know, just like unfulfilling habits or temporarily fulfilling habits are going to have to dwindle down. You know, you should really be taking advantage of this energy for the next year or year and a half, because they are going to have long-term effects, and good ones, if you use it to your advantage in the right way. Okay, and then our last journal prompt: am I satisfied with my spending and saving habits? This is a 2-parter. What do I aim to afford, or what do I realistically want my bank account to look like by the end of the year? Again, we have a new moon and an earth sign. So I think that you all should be thinking about not just like what things you want to buy for yourself, but also what you want your bank account to look like at the end of this year. If you got someone that makes 20, 30, 40K, don't put no dumb shit down like you want your bank account to have 40K in it at the end of the year. Is that really obtainable? What are you doing to obtain $40,000 in cash at the end of this year? If you don't have anything, then why would you write that down and disappoint yourself? So I want you to have realistic goals. If you're able to put $25, $50, $100, even $10, take that out of each check and put that in your savings account. Calculate how much would you have at the end of the year and make that your goal. And also take a step back to reflect on your saving and spending habits, and how you can improve that and what you want to manifest from that. With this, again, really strong supportive energy, especially regarding your finances. For a lot of people, your finances will be booming if you take time to actually better your relationship with money and check yourself on a lot of things that you have been doing in the past that you could be bettering to achieve these goals that you have financially or in whatever way. Also, one more thing, I'm done with the journal prompts, but I want you all to know that we are going to be in a Pisces stellium. We have already kind of been in this energy. We will be experiencing a Pisces stellium in Venus, Jupiter, Mars, and Neptune. I am not a certified astrologer, but since Pisces again rules the subconscious, fantasy, dreams, intuition, and it's a very mystical sign, I feel like a lot of us will be either pushed out of our fantasies because it's going to be joined by a solar eclipse, and that's more about reality and alignment. So if your dreams and your fantasies are not in alignment with, you know, your path and who you're meant to be, I don't know if that's going to like manifest the way that you want. Or maybe some of the things that you are wishing for are going to manifest, but they're not going to look the way that you think they are, or they're not going to come into your life the way you were praying. Like, you're going to get what you want, but it's not going to be exactly how you imagined. So just keep that in mind when you're setting intentions for this next year and a half, and you're drawing energy from these transits to do so. But that is all I have for you. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about these journal prompts, and some of the themes, and also tell me like about your lives and how these transits have been impacting you. Let's have conversations in the comments about them. Let me learn from you, and you can learn from me. Let me know what you learned from me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all. Bye bye.